Hello, everyone. It's another time to build your math muscles. Welcome back. Time for math. Welcome back. Time for math, boys and girls. Yes, welcome back. All right, so today we're also going to continue with our shapes. Our shapes. I hope you've not forgotten your 2D shapes. We mentioned a lot of 2D shapes. But our focus today will be on what one of the shapes, which is the rectangle. And in the rectangle, we're going to learn perimeter of a rectangle. Perimeter of a rectangle. Do you remember that your rectangle has four sides, four corners? Do you remember that? Yes, it does. Okay. So the objectives of this lesson, what you will be able to what to do at the end of this lesson, you'll be able to tell what a perimeter is. You will be able to write the formula for solving perimeters of rectangles. Do not forget that just like you have rules for other things, for other lessons, you also have formulas to solve problems in mathematics. And the third one is you'll be able to find the perimeter of rectangles, which is the topic for today's lesson. Isn't that great? Finding the perimeter of rectangles. Yes, it is great. All right, so what is perimeter? Perimeter is the outer space around a shape. Perimeter is the outer space around a shape. Just imagine you have your rectangle. Let me pick my pen. You have your rectangle here. Yes, the outer space around this rectangle is what we call the perimeter, and that is what we're looking for. Also, it can be defined as the below. The outside measure of a 2D shape. Do not forget that part of your 2D shape, you have your what? You have your rectangle. So you are measuring, you want to know. You want to know the outer space of your 2D shape. So that is all about your what? Your perimeter. And do not forget that, don't forget that your perimeter, your rectangle has how many sides? It has four sides. Here, 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 and here. So how do we find the what? The perimeter of the rectangle. The perimeter of a rectangle is the total length of all sides of the rectangle. Yes, we have four sides in the rectangle, just like I have highlighted before, four sides. So how do we now get the formula? It's just the total length of all the sides. So the sides here, plus the side here, plus this side, gives a perimeter of a rectangle. Also, in our previous lesson, I told you that the long side has the same measurement with the long side here, and the short side has the same measurement with the other side. So do not forget. Okay, now let's look at more on the formula. Formula for finding the perimeter of a rectangle. Just like I said earlier, we have the length, we have the length, we have the breadth, we have the breadth. So whatever it is that you have for the length is the same. It goes with the same second length. Whatever it is that you have for the breadth goes with the second breadth. Hence, your formula says what? The total length, the total sides. So you're adding up all the sides together to get your perimeter. So then if you look at the sides, you have one length, another length, one breadth, and another breadth. So how do you get to say length plus breadth plus length plus breadth? Now, because the spelling is just a very long one, so we need to shorten it. That's the reason we shorten it to what? L plus B, L plus B plus L plus B. Your L is your length, and your breadth is your what? Is your B. Note, like I said, the sides of the length are equal. Also, the sides of the breadth are equal. The length is the long side. Can you see? Yes. And the breadth is the short side. Yes. Okay, let's see some examples. Let's check some examples. Find the perimeter of a rectangle whose length is 5 centimeter and breadth 3 centimeter. Yes, the length is 5 centimeter. I've drawn this for you. When you're going to do yours, you're going to draw it yourself. So when you hear the word length, the length is the word is the long side of the shape, and the breadth is the short side of the shape. Definitely, my long side is going to absorb the 5 centimeter, and my short side is going to absorb the what? The 3 centimeter. Do not forget that we have 4 sides. And when we want to get perimeter, we have to add the 4 sides together. So I wasn't given this and this. What do you think the other sides will be? Okay, like I told you, the length what has the same size together, and the breadth has the same size together. Definitely, the second length will be 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter, and the second breadth will also be what? 3 centimeter. That's good. So with your formula, you have length plus breadth plus length plus breadth. Don't forget that this is a shortened one. So you have what? Your 5 centimeter plus your 3 centimeter. Then you go to the second length again, 5 centimeter plus your 3 centimeter. There you have what? 16 centimeter. Let's consider another example. Another example. We have, what is the perimeter of the shape below? Yes, rectangles can come in different shapes. It can be drawn upward, it can be drawn it can be drawn upward, or you can just draw it plain. But the other one was like this, and this one was just upward. So it does not matter the way it's drawn. It's just for you to get the what? The long and the what? And the short side. The long side is always your length, and the short side is always your what? Your breadth. So considering this diagram on your screen, we have what? The length has the 10 centimeter, and the breadth has the what? 5 centimeter. Obviously, the one that has 10 centimeter is your length, because it's the long side. You wouldn't have said 5 centimeter should go for the long side, because 5 centimeter is shorter than 10 centimeter. So with that, your formula, you have length plus breadth plus length plus breadth. If you go by that, your first length is 10. That's 10. Your first breadth is 5. So we have it. Your second length, which is this here, definitely it will be what? 10 centimeter too. So you have it here. Your breadth, which is the second breadth here, to be 5 centimeter. So you have it here. If you add everything together, 10 plus 5, 15, plus 10, 25, plus 5, 30. And the unit is what? Centimeter. So you have 30 centimeter. Do not forget that we are what? We are adding the what? The sides of the rectangle. So let's look at the summary. The perimeter of a rectangle is the outside measure of the what? Of the rectangle. So you are measuring the outside. Look at it. This is my rectangle. So I want to measure the outside. Just the outside. Not, we still have the inner, but I'm measuring what is outside here. So then you have your formula. The formula for finding a perimeter of the rectangle, you have your what? Your length plus breadth plus length plus breadth, because we have 2 lengths and 2 breadths. Note, your L is for length and your B is for what? Your breadth. So do not forget that. Okay, here is an evaluation for you to do. You have to find the perimeter of the following rectangles. Do not forget that I told you that rectangles can be drawn upward, or can be drawn the way you used to draw it before. So we have this one, we have 2, we have 3, and we have 4. I hope you're going to do it very well, just with the explanation, while you use your formulas very well. That is key. Okay, on this note, I'm going to say bye and see you next time.